What does it mean to finish the race? Do you even know what race you're running? Research suggests that 92% of people fail to achieve the goals they set. That means that if this research is somewhat remotely accurate, only 8% reach their goals. I was thinking as I was pondering and reflecting and reading about this race that some people call life. We're all heading in the same direction, and one day we are going to end up in the same place. Whatever you believe that place is, we obviously have to end the race on planet Earth. What race are you running, and what goals are you setting? Have you ever thought about the race that you're running, the life that you're pursuing, the life that you're living? Have you ever stopped to think, is this the race I want to be a part of? Is this the race I want to run? Is this the race I want to pursue? Is this the game I really want to win? Or are you in this lane, in this space, in this framework, in this way of thinking, when you really actually want to be over here? I do think it's vitally important to stop and think about life's deeper questions, such as this race that we are running. I think it was Timothy Keller who wrote this in one of his books, and he said that if you set yourself a goal, like a standard, a conviction, a moral standard, an ethical standard, that there's no way you can keep that standard perfectly throughout your life. And I think as humans, we tend to drift. We probably all have a happy equilibrium, and that is the race that we're in. And for a lot of us, this race is maybe not something that we consciously decided to be part of. We just, through circumstances and situations and maybe providence, we just ended up in this race. But we never really thought about why we're running this race. So as we set these goals, these standards, as humans, because we have our equilibrium, we are pushing to get past our equilibrium, pushing to get past our comfort zone. But then our minds, our bodies, our whole sense of being is going to try and get us back into equilibrium, where we feel comfortable. So even to get free from your race is going to require either a little bit of thinking, stopping, reflecting, contemplating, why am I running this race? Is this the race I want to be part of? Or maybe an external event happens. Maybe it's something that shake your world up a little bit and you realize this is not what I want to do. This is not the person I want to be. So it could be something internal. It could be something external. It could be time. It could be retirement. It could be people that you really care about no longer being here. And it makes you stop and think about the race that you're running. And what I want to encourage you to do is to stop and think now and think about this race. I do believe a lot of us are running a race with the mindset that is very individualistic, not communal. As you're running this race, we're in it together. Even though you have your race and you think it's the most important race, because a lot of us have an ethnocentric viewpoint that kind of everything revolves around based on our viewpoint. So even though we all can understand and sense and feel that we're running our race, our individual race, but in reality, it's a communal race. It's mankind's race. So if we're running this race together, because that's what it really is, the way I conduct myself in my race is ultimately something going to affect other people. It could be the ones closest to me, my spouse, my kids, my friends, my colleagues. But it also can affect my community, how I conduct myself in my race, how I take care of myself in my race, how I do not take care of myself in my race. It's going to affect the people that are connected to me and vice versa. So as we run this race together, think about if you just maybe shift in your mindset. It could be a small shift for you, but it could be a monumental shift for mankind. And that is simply this, like the race that I'm running, it's not just about me. Maybe it's not about you at all. Maybe it's about other people. Maybe it's about how can you use your race to help someone else win their race.